Welcome to Driving to the Rez with Inelia and Larry. Hi.
Hi, we're here.
We're here. We're actually driving away from the Rez right now.
We're going to Portland.
We're going to Portland. We only found out we needed to go to Portland last night.
Yeah, last night at the book club.
At our book club at Walk With Me Now, where we were reading Interview with an Angel.
Mind-blowing chapter of Interview with an Angel.
Yeah, if you don't remember that chapter, read it again, because nobody on the call remembered it until they had to read it again for the book club.
And even then they stood there a little bit dazed and confused quite often.
Yeah, it's one of the really interesting things about that chapter. I don't know, once you read it again, you'll find out that it's full of typos. And that chapter was proofread by, I can't remember now, it's either 4 or 5 people. One of them a professional proofreader.
Yeah, professional.
And, it's still full of typos. Because it puts you in an extremely altered state, and it expands your awareness field and blows out your reality so far that the typos just become invisible or something. I don't know what happened, but yeah, that chapter is full of typos. Very funny. Anyways, when we were doing that call last night, Larry got a call or text or something from his son in California.
Got an email from Stanford
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
you need to get your kids out of here ASAP.
Yeah, he got an email from Stanford University in California, United States of America, telling him he has to get his kid out of there ASAP because they're closing Stanford due to the coronavirus thing. The corona panic thing.
Corona panic. Not pandemic, panic.
It's not pandemic, it's panic. So, yeah, somebody said that to me today. It's not a pandemic, it's a panic. And I thought, oh yeah, totally right. You know who you are. So anyways, so we're on our way to Portland to collect him. So we're driving away from the Rez, but later on we'll be driving to the Rez. So on a very long-winded way, we're driving to the Rez. Anyways, we're recording this today. It is March the 14th. March the 14th, 2020. It was Larry's idea, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. I've been trained and I do card magic and I do card readings. And I like to educate people too about cards and how to do them. So he had this brilliant idea about, through this crisis, with regards to the social breakdown of society, through this panic thing and what's going to come and all that. There's a lot of stuff going up in the air. There's a lot of people's lives that are changing, either temporarily and then sometimes also forever. Going to be changing forever as structures become obsolete and people realize, wait, the system is not quite right, and staying home and educating your own kids is kind of the way to go, man. It's badass. Yeah. So, and we don't know what other agendas are running. Like I said in our previous podcast, don't fall into the victim-aggressor stuff. Know that how you experience this reality, no matter what's going on, is very much to do with you. You're empowered.
I remember that we were listening to the little bit of at the beginning was the lucid dreaming. We all are familiar with lucid dreaming, but this boy was teaching lucid living, so it does matter.
We were listening to a podcast where this person was talking about lucid living, and funnily enough, during the book club yesterday,
what were we talking about?
We were talking about lucid living in different words, but that's what it was.
Same.
Basically, this is a dream, wake up in it. Once you wake up within the dream, you're able to control the dream and able to manifest the experience that you really want here. So, going back to this card reading, Larry's idea was to have a spread, thinking do a 3-card spread of where should we focus our minds on during this time. And if it's a year later, or a few months later, or a few weeks later, or a few days later, after this podcast was published and you're listening to this now, in your future, in my future, but your present, know that nothing is an accident. So you're listening to where to focus your mind and your energy for the next while, right? Let's say, how long should we do? Like a month, a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
Focus your attention for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so that's part of the reading skill. The first thing you do is, well, first of all, you have a question. That's why you go to the cards, right? So the clearer, the more precise, the more detailed the question, the better your reading is going to be. So for us, on this reading, is going to be where should we focus our attention and our energy and our focus for the next 2 weeks. Period.
For high frequency purposes, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, for high frequency
we're not
purposes.
asking where to focus our attention to make our life terrible. We're wanting to focus our attention to navigate this period of time the next couple of weeks.
In a high frequency empowered way.
Right.
Okay? In a high frequency empowered way. That's going to be a staple for us. We do everything, and all the information we share with you, and all the talks we share with you, all the podcasts. My website is ineliabenz.com. My platform and forum, walkwithmenow.com, and my coming pages, my academy, benzacademy.com. All of these default into creating a situation where you can create an experience that is high frequency and highly empowered. That's the default, okay? So know that that's our default here. For all our work, this is our default. So, as the educational cards reading goes, the next thing we decide is who are we asking, okay? Who are we going to ask this question from? So Larry, do you have any ideas who we should use for this card reading?
I always have the same answer to that question.
Larry always has the same answer to that question. He always asks Gaia. Okay. So, let me just tap into that. Well, there's a competition going on. Gaia's always very happy to give us information and guidance. But I'm also getting a very strong pull to ask the high frequency human collective consciousness.
That sounds interesting.
Because it has to do with us as a human collective and the worldwide shifting of structures.
So would it be synonymous with asking the Lemurian collective?
No.
Because they're a high frequency human collective?
Yeah, they're part of it, but they're not the only part of the high frequency human collective. They're not the only ones.
But they are a high frequency human collective.
They are a group within the high frequency human collective, yeah.
Okay.
I feel a little bit resistant to ask a collective that is not presently experiencing what we're experiencing to give us advice on what we're experiencing. So I like to include a collective or a being or entity that is part of our everyday reality. So to me, to separate the high frequency human collective into a tiny little group, which is the Lemurians, doesn't feel resonant.
So we'll exclude the high frequency human collectives that are not on the planet. Earth too.
I don't like to exclude, I like to include. I don't
Well, we're
like
just excluded the Lemurians, or are we
No, no,
including
no.
them within it?
I'm not excluding them at all. I said I don't want to separate it into just them, right? I don't want to be just them because it's a very small group within the high frequency human collective, which is not just on the planet but all over the universe.
Okay.
And it is not a collective that has a direct experience of what we're going through right now.
I thought the Lemurians had a direct experience of going through a split.
They are through a split, but not through a coronavirus.
Oh, well, I thought the
Or
coronavirus
people having
was
to stay
manifesting
home.
a split experience, a physical split.
Or of them having to stay home, people having to stay home, or bringing their children home, or running out of toilet paper. It's not an experience they know or have taken part in, or are taking part in, right?
Right.
Singularly, as part of the high frequency collective of the universe, obviously we're part of that too. So everyone there does have that experience, but it's like if you want to get a recipe for good poached eggs, you don't go to your mechanic, right?
Right, but we're including our mechanics when we're asking about this, because we're including everyone on the human collective, which is vast and
Yeah, we are
ginormous.
including the mechanics, but we're not asking only the mechanics.
Gotcha.
So for me, asking just the Lemurians means you're asking just the mechanics how to poach eggs.
Okay.
And some mechanics, I'm sure, are very good cooks, and they can tell you exactly how to poach an egg.
Some of them are really good at YouTube, so they could probably YouTube it too.
But limiting it to just mechanics is not a good idea,
Okay.
in my opinion.
So no Gaia. We're picking the high frequency human collective in the universe as our source of connection for the cards.
That feels resonant.
Okay. Let's see what they have to say.
What we could do is, because I was actually thinking of doing a 3-card spread,
Yeah.
what we could do is do one card that is the card that the high frequency human collective in the universe is showing us to concentrate or to look at for the next week, 2 weeks, when it comes to what to focus on
Yeah.
during this period of time. And then the second card, we could ask Gaia the same question.
Oh, that's
Right?
nice.
And then the third card, if you want to, we could ask the Lemurians. Go to the mechanics man.
That sounds fun.
Alright. Do we agree on that? Because we have to have
Yes.
agreement.
Yes. Yes. That sounds fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, okay, I don't know.
You don't have to move it.
Okay.
We've never had to move it.
Yeah. Alright. I was moving the recording device over to Larry so he could speak into it, but he said, we never have to move it. But I can't quite hear him today, so...
I think your ears are plugged up.
Oh no, do I have coronavirus clogged up my ears?
You have corona ears.
I have corona ears.
Corona ears. That's the first sign.
It's the first sign of
Yeah.
imminent death.
Or it could be that we didn't eat breakfast. Or we're just crabby.
We're crabby, so I can't hear you.
Yeah. that's generally how it works.
We're crabby, so you're not speaking loudly enough for anyone to hear you. There you go.
There you go. So you have an
Yeah.
excuse to be annoying.
Yes, there you go.
I
Now
have
we got it. Now we got
we have
it.
excuses to be annoyed.
Alright, so the first card is to the high frequency
Human collective.
human collective in the universe,
What should we focus on?
What should we focus on
For the next
as a
couple of
species here on the planet for the next 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, so that's clear enough. Alright, I'm using a card deck by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is done by Danielle Noel. It's called Work Your Light Oracle Cards. It's a beautiful deck. We recently purchased it and we're very happy with it. So this is the deck that we're using for this particular call. I'm shuffling the cards right now. So we're asking the human collective to show us what to focus on. As you shuffle the card, you ask the question and you connect with the collective or the entity that you're asking. And then eventually you're going to get a, yep, that's it, that's where it is. You feel the full connection. You feel everything's totally resonant and feels right.
I generally get surprised by the card. The card just pops out and I'm like, oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but for me, it's almost a surprise.
Yeah. That's one way to do it, for sure. Just shuffle until a card falls out. I prefer to shuffle a bit slower and I just feel the resonance to it. And once I feel that frequency, then I stop and I pull the top card out. So as I start feeling into the question, each part goes click, click, click. At the moment we have a click on the high frequency human collective is click. And we have the question is clicked. And now I'm waiting for the click that says it's a card that guides us, our human collective here on the planet. Everybody listening to this call, where can we focus what should we focus on for the next 2 weeks during this crisis? Okay, I got the last click.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so the card is called Trust in Niggle.
Trust in Niggle?
Yes.
I don't know what a niggle is.
What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you?
Oh.
Okay. Got a niggling feeling. The card is very beautiful. It's had 3 ladies, two with their eyes closed and one with her eyes open. Maybe we will post, I don't know actually if we can post a picture of it because it's copyrighted, so we probably can't. But I'm sure you can Google it. Or we'll try it. And if the person,
I think they wouldn't complain. I think they'd be happy to have their cards advertised.
Probably, yeah. What we'll do is we'll put the photograph with this call. All 3 cards, we'll put it out with her name and link to her work, I suppose. That'll be good.
Probably. Or at the very worst, we'll just put it on Walk With Me Now, because that's a private forum.
Oh yeah, we can put the pictures on Walk With Me Now.
That might be best.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Alright, so, Trust in Niggle.
That's an interesting thing to focus on, is trusting your intuition. What does your intuition tell you should be doing, right? The little niggling feeling is saying, it says this, that, or the other. What is that niggling feeling originating from? Your fear or from your high frequency side? Which niggle are you going to listen to? Anyway, I'm sure it's your light side.
Yeah. And I think that you said a word there that's key here is your intuition, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me read you the explanation for the card. That niggling feeling that annoying, niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying, niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken to it. To draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made. The stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from higher realms, but in fact it is the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You're being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path, and then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now.
Wow.
And the question and the focus that you should be working on is, what is your niggling feeling trying to tell you?
That's a really good card from that massive human collective.
Yes.
It's like, if this ain't enough, we'll throw something bigger.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And remember that it'll affect you to the degree that you subscribe to it. So, like I've said many times before, never take decisions out of fear. And also, don't let fear rule you. Okay? The more afraid you are through this period of time, the worst time you're going to have. So process your fear. You can find the fear processing exercise at my website, ineliabenz.com. Go get it. It's all text. The full text is there. Print it out. Record it in your voice. Do it. Or even read it out loud and do it as you read it. Or you can download the recording that I made for it. So, do it. Do the fear processing exercise and figure out what is your intuition telling you about the situation, right? So Larry, in your personal perspective, what would you say your niggling feeling is, and how are you listening to it?
Well, my niggling feeling was really actually today, you don't have to do that. Today it had to do with making sure my family was safe and together. Didn't want them all spread all over the planet. I wasn't afraid of them getting hurt or injured or sick or any of that. I just didn't want them quarantined off by somebody somewhere else and stuck, not able to move. I'd rather they were within my envelope. I guess I could make my envelope bigger. But I had a niggling feeling, Cameron, get your butt home. So I'm responding to that niggling feeling. That was my niggle today.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're driving to Portland to pick him up from the airport.
And driving him to the Rez.
Driving him to the Rez.
Yeah, that's really good.
Up until last night, I was fine with him going to Puerto Rico or Jamaica or travel wherever he wants to. But last night I had a niggling feeling. It's like, no, I think it's just time to come home.
Was that before or after you got the email?
That was, for some reason, he randomly, WhatsApp. No, he doesn't use WhatsApp. He uses Snapchat. We randomly Snapchatted last night. And as we were Snapchatting, the information came. There was a Facebook picture I sent him about that he had to make his choice by Wednesday to stay or leave. That's in, a week. So it was basically through the weekend and then a few more days. And then we were talking about it, and he said he'd just gotten an email, so I checked my email, and I'd gotten the same email, and in that it said, the situation's changing rapidly, and we're going to close everything down, and if you stay here, you're going to be stuck in your room, there's going to be food, but you're not going to be able to go get it, we'll have to deliver it to you, and unless you're homeless, it would be highly recommended that you leave as soon as possible, Wednesday at the latest. So it's like, just go now. What are you waiting for? Come home. They don't know how to handle it. They're not safe. They don't feel secure. They don't feel like they know what to do. And I do feel like I know what to do. So my niggling feeling is, get on the plane and come home. You'll be fine. All right, what about you, honey?
The niggling feeling that I've been getting for a few days now is one of, it's really difficult to express in words, but I'll do my best. It has to do with the restructuring of the human collective here on the planet, and what to do, basically, singularly myself, but also organizationally, organize stuff. A lot of people are already organizing things on meditations, high frequency things, and all that, and that's part of it. There's also magic, there's also spells, there's also mystical tools that we can use to take back this planet and turn it back to its natural high frequency format of experience. And for some reason I have certain knowledge and wisdoms and skills that can facilitate that for us, all of us here on this planet. And I've been pulled into, my focus of attention has been pulled into locations that have been surprising to me, dealing with individuals with whom I haven't had not a moment of interest in or attention on, not one moment of it, and now they're in my field of awareness. And my niggling feeling is that it's time to pull back the veil of forgetfulness, and also inability to do the programs that stop us doing the high frequency stuff, just taking over basically, and just doing it, right, for us all to do it. So that's been my niggling feeling. I've been sitting with it, I've been wondering how to approach it, and I suppose this card is very clear. Time to act, act on that niggling feeling. So I'll be probably will be working on that for the next few days to see how we can. One of my fortes, I suppose, one of my superpowers is to create very simple tools that are extremely powerful, very, very effective, that totally change people's lives. So I'm going to step into that superpower as much as I can and see if I can create for us the tools that we can use to create that right now on this planet.
Roll back that veil. Remember last night with the angels? In order to have the light-dark experience, one of the things that was required was forgetting.
Yeah, so in the book that we were exploring in the book club at Walk With Me Now,
Interview with an angel.
Interview with an angel.
Interview with an angel.
So, speak up, man. I
Not
can't
talking
hear you.
loud. It's your ears, honey.
I can't hear you. You have to speak up louder.
Okay, I'll speak louder.
Thank you. Was that in order for the light dark paradigm to exist, we need to pull a really thick veil in front of our eyes. And now it feels to me, the niggling feeling is saying, make it possible to pull that veil out. All of us have that capacity. We all have that capacity. But one of the firewalls is the words, I don't want to. That's one of the firewalls. So what I'm going to be sitting on and acting on my niggling feeling will be to create the tools, or very simple tools, that we can all use to pull that veil off of our eyes and awareness fields, so that we can step into that lucid capacity of reality creation. That's it.
Wow, that's an impressive card.
Well, that's my niggling feeling. Alright, so next we're going to ask Gaia.
Yes, Gaia, what should we focus on for the next 2 weeks? She's given us snow today.
Gaia has given us snow today.
Which is pretty cool, because snow is like pristine clean.
It's really weird too, because it's March, middle of March, right? We're not at a high altitude.
Not even at a high latitude. We are in
we're
middle of southern Oregon, or Washington, I mean.
Washington, southern Washington. And it's snowing. So, global warming, what? Yeah, it's kind of cold.
It was snowing in Portland when Cameron landed.
Yeah, it's snowing in Portland, Oregon.
He is laughing because he just came from
Hot California.
sunny Cali.
California. Alright, let's have a look, see what Gaia would like to for us to focus on. So I'm putting the card back, and I'm going to shuffle. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is that I'm connecting with Gaia now. That will be the first click, okay? So
And it's
I'm shuffling.
At noon we do the Via Gaia thing.
Oh yeah,
So
noon
it's
every
already-
day we be Gaia at noon, Pacific time. So actually wherever you are in the world at noon you can be Gaia. So let's be Gaia. Okay, I got the click. Alright, Gaia, her energy is so freaking amazing. Okay, Gaia. And our question, Larry, would you like to speak it out loud?
What shall we focus on for the next couple of weeks during this time of, excitement?
Alright. So I'm focusing on Gaia, got her click, looking at the question.
What's a good thing to focus on for the next couple of weeks?
Yes. What should we focus on for the next 2 weeks during this chaotic change, crisis? For some people it's exciting. For me it's very exciting.
It's quite interesting. It's quite
Very interesting, very exciting. For other people it's very scary. It's a crisis.
There's no soup. There's no toilet paper.
Right.
There's no bleach.
So what does Gaia have to say for us? Okay.
Still shuffling.
Okay. I'm just trying to click on the question still. I'm still shuffling. Gaia, concentrate on for the next 2 weeks. Alright, got it. That's clicked. Alright. And now the third click would be the card. Okay. So. Okay. Alright, got it. Click, click, click. Alright, let's have a look, see what the card is.
That one looks pretty impressive. Describe what it looks like.
Alright, I'm going to describe the card. First of all, I have to tell you the card is the card that says no. Gaia says no.
Don't focus on
Wait.
the next 2 weeks.
Postpone. Pause. Say no.
Say no.
Say no. Say
No.
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 No. No.
I will not subscribe to this.
Okay, and the card is super interesting. It's like a triangle or a pyramid in the background with a night sky, with lightning coming down into some steps with 2 pillars on the sides and 2 mountain tops or 2 mountains
Looks
on
like
the
the
sides.
kind of pyramid you would go to the top of for a nice, beautiful sacrifice.
Yeah.
Looks like the kind of a pyramid that I walked up on myself and stabbed my own self in the heart,
Alright.
and then slapped my head and said,
Okay. So I'm getting the goosebumps on this card. Let me just read you the explanation for it, okay?
okay.
Okay. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. You are being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out for a congruent, aligned, 100% yes. Often, when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into a clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes when the time is right will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now, just because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive, for when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and take a rest, to take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. For come spring, clarity will bloom, and you will have the reserves, space, and drive to say yes, and act, and move quickly. So say no, postpone, or wait. It feels to me like that guy is saying, chill, relax, wait.
Go home, don't have to go to work. Kids are there.
What? What did you say?
Yeah, relax, stay home. Kids are there. Don't have to go to work. Just take this time to be there
Just take this time to be there.
and recharge. And be ready for that moment that will come in spring, which isn't too far away, where the choice will be completely resident for what to do.
Yes.
So the human collective says, answer the little niggle, and Gaia says, wait and relax and chill.
Yes. Follow your intuition. And for the time being, wait. Postpone. So the other, through the imagery and also the feeling that I got when reading the card, the other thing about no, what I felt was say no to fear, and I think part of this card said that exactly.
Right, I thought that's why my impression of the card too was that right now there's a dark spell type energy that's attempting to be cast upon the planet? And the answer to that is no. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to do anything. High frequency humans, just relax.
Relax and be high frequency, right?
Relax
Process
and be
your
high
fear.
frequency.
So, yeah, it feels like that. It feels like say no to fear. Just wait, bide your time, and don't act from a place of fear.
Right.
And also say no to this bullshit, man. Pardon my French, but come on. Just say no to this stuff. Just say no. So that's good.
That's clear.
Yeah. Don't panic. Just chill, man. Chill. Cool.
I wonder what the Lemurians might have to say.
Do you want to do the third card now? The Lemurians?
I think we got Gaia down. She's not accepting those dark spells.
Gaia's not partaking in this stuff. Their artificially created panic.
Yeah, with pyramids and sacrifice.
Yeah. Pyramid sacrifice, technology, magic.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. Alright. When you see all this stuff and all the fear in the news and everything, in your mind you can create a circle, a red circle, and put a cross on it. It's like, no, that's what I use for the yes-no agreements. So the yes is a green tick, and the no is a circle with an X on it. No. Okay. Lemurians. Let's see what the Lemurian Collective, High Frequency Collective, would like to have us focus on for the next 2 weeks. Okay. I'm shuffling the cards. And the first thing it is that I'm doing is connecting to the Lemurian Collective to use these cards to give us the message. Still shuffling.
We swept our portal yesterday, our Lemurian portal. We still need to place our quartz. We need more quartz.
Okay, I've got to click for the Lemurian Collective. Now the question. What should we focus on for the next 2 weeks during this period of change in the human collective? Okay, I've got to click for yes on the question. I've got the question connected to the Lemurians. Now I'm shuffling the cards for a click on the card. Got a click for the card. Okay, let's see what the Lemurians would like to tell us.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's an impressive card.
We actually got 2.
Oh wow, look at that.
Sneakers.
They got a lot to say.
Sneakers have a lot to say, man.
Oh.
Okay, these cards are very, very, very fascinating. One of them literally looks like a portal to Lemuria.
It totally is. Exactly what it looks
Literally
like.
looks like a portal to Lemuria. And it's called the Crumbling. and the sentence is, "What are you clinging onto?" And it's some sort of, I would say it's like a tower building, and there's like this path through the middle of it, like the building is splitting into two with light coming in through the top, and on the other side of the tower, which is all crumbly and breaking all over the place, is this most beautiful valley.
Heaven on earth, like looking.
Beautiful valley full of flowers and a river, and it's gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. And then the second card is called "Don't Dim to Fit In," which is really fascinating also. And it says, "How are you dimming your light in order to fit in?" And it has a little pyramid, three ladies again, and a pyramid with the eye on it, with the light coming out of it. Yeah, it's really fascinating. Okay, let's do the first one first. The crumbling. Let's see, what page are you on? 40. The crumbling. What are you clinging onto? There is a shift happening right now. No kidding.
You wouldn't say.
Where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Isn't that fascinating?
Yep.
The artificiality of the world can no longer survive. Relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. What? Oh my gosh. It's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole. So you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. That's beautiful.
Couldn't be more perfect.
I know. See this as an opportunity to be who you truly are. When you're in the thick of it, it can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Have faith, because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You will be reborn in the fire. You're being called to surrender. Stop trying to hold it all together. To loosen your grip. To let the crumbling occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together? What are you doing your best to avoid? How are you trying to pretend everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is falling away to tumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you will be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent that it will take your breath away each new morn. Kali, the goddess of destruction, and Black Madonna are with you now. Lay it all on their altar. They can hold it all. Work your light inquiry. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place?
Pretty profound.
Yeah, that's a really good card. What does it mean to you?
Well, it means the old's crumbling away. Don't try and keep
Hold
it
on
together.
to it, right?
Let it go.
Let it go.
You can't have a rebirth without it first having a death.
Right.
It's got to die before it can be born.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't cling on to things. Don't try to go back to the old. Embrace this shift, this change, and this
Opportunity to make it new.
Yeah, this opportunity to create something new with your life. It's quite massive.
Don't dim it to fit in it.
Yeah. And shine, and shine, shine, shine. Many of you do dim your light in order to fit into work or social structures, your family, your friends, your country, whatever. You dim your light to fit in. But now is the time to stop that. Now it's the time to just shine and be who you really are without apology.
You'll you'll find there will be a lot of people looking up to you.
Okay, let's see the second card that the Lemurians pulled out. Don't dim to fit in. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Dim to fit in. 42. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding, and you're part of the universe. So expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away. They're not for you, and you're not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyways. Flowers don't open and close according to who's walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you're shining light on the fact that they're dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too. Or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing the light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's completely normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't because they're likely born under the proviso of, I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. Work your light inquiry. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So Larry, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in?
Well, I'm not, of course.
You're not, of course.
Not.
You're not?
No, I would never.
You would never dim your light?
Oh, I stand tall and proud. Loud and proud, baby.
Alrighty.
How about you?
In order to fit in, not so much. But yes, in a way to make people more comfortable around me.
Yeah.
I have done that, and I do that on a daily basis. I dim my energy field, what you might call my light, in order to make others more comfortable. Because when I shine bright, it's kind of uncomfortable for other people.
Yeah, but maybe
it's time to stop that.
maybe it's time to stop that and
Yeah.
let those who are uncomfortable to process what's making them uncomfortable, I suppose.
Yeah, I think now individuals are mature enough to be able to do that. So, and again, this is another topic we mentioned and talked about yesterday on our book club at Walk With Me Now.
It totally was.
Because in that chapter, the last chapter of the Interview with an Angel book, I did spend some time just going into my true form and energy field and expressing that without any stops. And as I was feeling into that, it felt like, yeah, I'd really like to do that again. And if we all do it, everybody who's listening to this podcast, we all do that. We all just shine bright, even if it's for a few seconds a day. I think it will make a huge difference to everybody on the planet, actually.
I do too.
I think it's part of that toolkit. I think it's part of that.
That course or exercise or whatever.
Yeah, the tool to lift the veil so that we can step into a really high frequency, empowered social structure that supports and nurtures everyone in it by everyone in it. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really snowing now.
Oh my gosh. Is that rain and snow or is it just snow?
It's rain and snow.
Wow. Do you have any last words for listeners?
Well, that's quite a process, these cards. Sometimes they are so spot on. Actually, every time so far they've been so spot on.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So, we'll put them on Walk With Me now.
Yeah, we'll put the pictures on Walk With Me now. If you want to see them, you know where to join.
And we'll put the, I suppose the names of the cards in the podcast.
Yeah, we'll
So
say.
you can look them up, get some if you want.
Exactly, yeah. We'll put the name of the cards that we used on the podcast.
These aren't the only cards. Let me tell you,
We
I have
have
4 decks myself.
Yes.
But
And I
these
have
are
a few.
your personal ones that are
One of
personal
my
favorite
personal
right now.
ones. One of my personal ones. Yeah, we do have several decks. That is true.
So don't think this is the only deck that works.
No, there's a few. Well, my personal favorite right now is the Gaia ones. You know, the larger ones.
Yeah.
Those are the Enchanted Forest ones. Those are so gorgeous. Oh my god. They're so beautiful. Wow. I love those. Those are my favorites right now.
Okay, well, I think we have our marching orders for the next couple of weeks.
We do.
Answer your niggle. Chill out, relax. Let the time happen. No, Gaia's not accepting no dark spells on her.
Right. Yeah.
And don't dim to fit in. And one more. What was one more?
The
Crumbling.
Yeah.
Let it crumble, baby. Let it crumble.
Don't hold on to stuff. You know.
Don't try and fix it and put it back together. Just let
Back how it
old
was.
stuff crumble.
I think we can agree that society, as it has been structured up to this point, is not really working for us, right? We can all agree to that. It's not really working for the human collective. And allowing it to collapse and crumble is a good thing. And releasing and letting go of things that are not working is a good thing. And then we can build the things that do work. High frequency social structures that work and are highly supportive, that you can support and are supportive of you. Perfect.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, honey. And thank you for listening to this point, and I will see you next time. This is Driving to the Rez
Portland edition.
via Portland with Larry and Inelia.